Top 5 space films ever. What are the best space movies? Animated and live-action films have been included, as well as films from all periods, old and new. What are the greatest movies about space? Sci-fi is obviously the most popular genre, but other genres have been included. What are the best space movies of all time? 1980s space movies were especially popular, as well as ones that were funny or cartoons. Feel free to check out other related movie lists, such as our Disney movies list, Best Drama Movies, and Best Action Movies on Netflix. If you're looking for a serious classic, then you can't go wrong with 2001: A Space Odyssey. Other favorites in the genre include films in the Alien franchise, movies about astronauts, space action movies, and epic instant classics like Gravity. Number 1. Alien. Alien is a 1979 science fiction horror film directed by Ridley Scott and starring Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver, Veronica Cartwright, Harry Dean Stanton, John Hurt, Ian Holm, and Yaphet Kotto. The film's title refers to a highly aggressive extraterrestrial creature that stalks and kills the crew of a spaceship. Dan O'Bannon wrote the screenplay from a story he wrote with Ronald Shusett, drawing influence from previous works of science fiction and horror. The film was produced by Gordon Carroll, David Glear, and Walter Hill through their Brandywine Productions and distributed by 20th Century Fox. Giler and Hill made revisions and additions to the script.
12 seconds. SOS. I don't know.
Human.
Number 2. The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element is a 1997 English-language French science fiction film directed and co-written by Luc Besson. It stars Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, and Mila Jovovich. Mostly set in the 23rd century, the film's central plot involves the survival of planet Earth, which becomes the responsibility of Corbin Dallas, a taxicab driver and former Special Forces major, after a young woman falls into his cab. Dallas joins forces with her to recover 4 mystical stones essential for the defense of Earth against an impending attack. Besson started writing the story that became The Fifth Element when he was 16 years old. He was 38 when the film opened in cinemas. Number 3. Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is a 1983 American epic space opera film directed by Richard Marquand. The screenplay by Lawrence Kasdan and George Lucas was from a story by Lucas, who was also the executive producer. It was the third film released in the Star Wars franchise and the first film to use THX technology. The film is set 1 year after The Empire Strikes Back and was produced by Howard Kazanjian for Lucasfilm Limited. The film stars Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, and David Prowse.
The destiny revealed is darkly.
Number 4. Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is a 1995 American historical docudrama film directed by Ron Howard. The film stars Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise, and Ed Harris. The screenplay by William Broyles Jr. and Al Reinert that dramatizes the aborted 1970 Apollo 13 lunar mission is an adaptation of the book Lost Moon: The Perilous Voyage of Apollo 13 by astronaut Jim Lovell and Jerry Kluger. The film depicts astronauts Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Haise aboard Apollo 13 for America's third moon landing mission. En route, an onboard explosion deprives their spacecraft of most of its oxygen supply and electric power.
We got a wicked shimmy up here.
Houston, we are venting something out into space. It's definitely...
Number 5. Star Trek. Star Trek is a 2009 science fiction film directed by J.J. Abrams, written by Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman, and produced by Damon Lindelof and Brian Burke. It is the 11th film based on the Star Trek franchise that was created by Gene Roddenberry and features the main characters of the original Star Trek series, who are portrayed by a new cast. With one original cast member appearing in the film, Leonard Nimoy as Spock Prime. It explores the backstories of James T. Kirk, played by Chris Pine, Spock, played by Zachary Quinto, and Leonard McCoy, played by Carl Urban, before they unite aboard the USS Enterprise to combat Nero, played by Eric Bana.
First officer to replace.
Yeah, we do.